In the name of security, can roads be blocked for VIP travel in India? Prioritization of VIP movement, especially in capital cities, often causes significant traffic disruptions, aggravating the problem further. Roads are often blocked to facilitate the smooth passage of dignitaries, further straining an already overburdened traffic system. Traffic bottlenecks caused by poor infrastructure and rising number of vehicles are compounded by the disruptions due to VIP movement. Now, who in India is a VIP? Traffic congestion has become a common feature of urban life in India, with major cities struggling to manage overcrowded roads, long commute times, and frustrated commuters. The rapid urbanization of the country has led to a surge in the number of vehicles on the road. Bangalore, for example, has 1.45 crore people with 1.1 crore vehicle, almost a 1:1 population to vehicle ratio. Unfortunately, this increase in vehicular traffic has far outpaced the expansion of infrastructure, resulting in severe traffic congestion. Traffic congestion has emerged as a significant challenge in Indian cities, adversely impacting the quality of life, economic productivity, and environmental sustainability. The root causes of traffic congestion can be traced to factors such as high population and the absence of efficient public transportation systems. This forces many people to rely on private vehicles, adding to the congestion. Additionally, prioritization of VIP movement, especially in capital cities, often causes significant traffic disruptions, aggravating the problem further. Indians waste considerable time on roads. Kolkata has been identified as Asia's most congested city according to the 2024 TomTom Traffic Index, overtaking Bengaluru. The average speed in Kolkata is just 17.4 kilometers per hour, making a 10-kilometer journey take over 35 minutes. Similar is the situation in Bangalore, with Pune being slightly better. The TomTom Traffic Index evaluates congestion using both static factors such as physical road infrastructure and city layouts, and dynamic factors including peak hour traffic, weather conditions, and urban mobility patterns. This report emphasizes the urgent need for strategic urban planning to alleviate congestion and improve mobility in India's rapidly expanding cities. Upgrading infrastructure and adopting sustainable urbanization strategies could make daily commuting a little more efficient and enhance the overall quality of life. The report also highlights the annual time lost due to rush hour traffic. An average resident of Bengaluru loses 117 hours a year stuck in traffic, while those in Kolkata and Pune lose about 110 and 108 hours respectively. These wasted hours have significant implications for productivity, quality of life, and the environment. Prolonged time spent in traffic reduces overall productivity and affects physical and mental well-being. Additionally, vehicles idling in traffic contribute to higher levels of air pollution, further increasing the environmental threshold problems. Traffic bottlenecks caused by poor infrastructure and rising number of vehicles are compounded by the disruptions due to VIP movements. Roads are often blocked to facilitate the smooth passage of dignitaries, further straining an already overburdened traffic system. Now, who in India is a VIP? The Ministry of Home Affairs in 2013, in an answer to a starred question in Parliament as to what is the criteria and mechanism for deciding the status of a VIP and VVIP, the answer said, insofar as security cover provided by the Union government is concerned, there is no official nomenclature whereby any such status as VVIP or VIP is attributed to an individual. Security is provided to certain categories of individuals on positional basis, including union ministers, prime minister, chief justice, justices of the Supreme Court, etc. Other individuals are provided security on the basis of threat perception. State governments have similar mechanism for assessing threat perception and providing security to protectees under their respective jurisdictions. These also include ceremonial officers and certain other officers, such as, for example, the Chief Minister of the state, the Chief Justice of the state, the Governor of the state, etc. In cases where the central government decides to extend security to an individual, the level of security needed by an individual is decided by the Ministry of Home Affairs based on inputs received from the intelligence agencies, which include the Intelligence Bureau and the Research and Analysis Wing maybe. The intelligence input that these agencies generate, particularly in cases where VIP security is involved, is neither put out in public domain nor is it open to scrutiny by any other agency. Indian intelligence agencies are not accountable to any statutory body and are subject only to internal oversight of the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Ministry of External Affairs, as the case may be. Now, because of this opacity in the functioning and the fact that there is virtually no accountability except to the government in power, VIP security is open to manipulation by the executive. Many protectees, it has been alleged, are under security cover purely for political or prestige reasons and not necessarily because of any genuine threat. In the name of providing security to VIPs, it is usual in India to block roads for the convoys of these VIPs, which in turn increases the time for commute in this country. In the name of security, can roads be blocked for VIP travel in India? Article 19(1)(d) of the Constitution of India guarantees the freedom of movement throughout the territory of India, subject only to reasonable restrictions. The Ministry of Home Affairs in 2016, again in an answer to a question in Parliament, has set out the guidelines for blockage of roads during movement of VIPs in New Delhi. Even though the question and answer is restricted to Delhi, it showers light on when roads can be completely blocked for VIP travel. The answer ran thus: stoppage of traffic for giving safe passage to protected persons should only be in the case of the President of India, the Vice President of India, the Prime Minister of India, and visiting foreign dignitaries who are given the President's or Prime Minister's level of security cover. In all other cases, the answer said, traffic should not be stopped. This answer emphasizes that unless it is the President, Vice President, Prime Minister, or a foreign dignitary who is given a level of security equivalent to the President or the Prime Minister, roads should not be completely blocked. Even in such cases, emergency services such as ambulances, fire and rescue, etc. are given priority. Now, if you look at the law in the country, neither the Motor Vehicles Act 1988 and the Central Motor Vehicle Rules of 1989 that form the legal framework governing motor vehicles and road-related matters in India have any such prescription. These laws do not provide or make provisions for road blockages or provision of any special privileges for VIP movement and escorts. The use of red beacon light, which was previously permitted on vehicles of dignitaries under Rule 108 of the Central Motor Vehicle Rules, was eventually abolished by the central government through a notification in 2017 as a consequence to a judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court of India. Emergency vehicles such as ambulances remain exempt from this prohibition, allowing them to use red light for critical services. Now, the VIP first culture is not suitable for any democracy. The VIP first culture creates an atmosphere of difference from being ruled and the one who rules. This comes from the colonial hangover of the armchair bureaucracy and public servants. The VIP first culture had created an atmosphere of disdain amongst the people and had slowly permeated into the psyche of the bureaucracy and politicians who started to consider themselves to be above the system. But neither the Constitution of India nor any laws in the country allow for this VIP culture. In Abolishing versus Uttar Pradesh in 2013, the Supreme Court described red beacon lights as red menace, symbolizing a misuse of authority. The court critically analyzed their use, emphasizing that such symbols perpetuated a colonial Raj mentality and contradicted the Republican values of equality and dignity enshrined in the Constitution. The judgment highlighted that allowing privileges such as beacons and sirens to individuals beyond high constitutional functionaries create an unjustified distinction between citizens. The court further clarified that the term high dignitaries should be restricted to constitutional office holders such as the President, the Prime Minister, the Chief Justice of India and their equivalents in the states. It ruled that the use of such symbols must be strictly limited to official duties. And moreover, the court directed the central and state governments to amend their rules and notifications to reflect the constitutional principles and enforce stricter measures to prevent misuse. By urging deterrent penalties, the court reinforced the importance of upholding equality and the Republican ethos in governance. There should be a complete rejection of VIP culture. All leaders and administrators must imbibe democratic values, which are the foundational principles of our largest democracy. When the ruling classes refuse to embrace and embody the principles of political equality as a way of life, it runs contrary to the constitutional ideas of democracy. Inspiration can be drawn from countries like Norway and Finland, where leaders such as the Prime Minister commute via public transport or metro. The humble behavior of leaders in Western jurisdictions should be popularized in India to encourage a shift towards egalitarian practices in our country. At the same time, the real security threats against VIPs must be acknowledged and considered. Security measures are essential during VIP movements to ensure their safety. Pre-event planning is crucial, with advance notification informing the public about upcoming VIP movements and expected traffic disruptions through social media, traffic apps, and other local news channels. Route optimization can be employed by planning alternate routes for both commuters and VIP convoys to minimize intersections and reduce congestion. Timing adjustments such as scheduling VIP movements during off-peak hours, late evenings or early mornings can also significantly lower the impact on daily commuters. VIP traffic movement is symptomatic of VIP culture. It is opposed to the ideals of an egalitarian society. Ideally, there should be no VIP traffic movement or VIP culture at all. If at all necessary for security reasons, the option should be exercised with caution and sparingly.